strength of the Devas and the Asuras, it quickly started sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Now, the Devas and Asuras did not know what to do. At this time, Lord Vishnu assumed the form of a giant tortoise and sank to the bottom of the ocean. He lifted the mountain up on his back. As the churning continued, the first thing that came out of the ocean was the most dangerous poison, the hala hala. Its fumes rose into the air and spread on all sides. The animals of the sea, land, and the sky became choked by it, and they, in sheer terror, took refuge at the feet of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva gathered all the poison in the palm of his hand and swallowed it up. But his consort, Mother Parvati, fearing for her lord, quickly caught his throat with her hands. The poison now could not go down his throat, and Lord Shiva would not spit it up. The poison got absorbed into his throat and gave it a blue color. That is why Lord Shiva is also known as Neelakantha. Now that the atmosphere had been cleared of the fumes and the poison, the churning was taken up with greater vigor and energy. A sacred sacrificial vessel called Surabhi came out of the ocean, which was claimed by the rishis. Next came the famous white horse, Uchchaishrava, which was taken by Bali, followed by Airavata, which was taken by Indra. The Kaustubha, which was a beautiful and precious lotus-colored gem, went to adorn the chest of Sri Vishnu. After this came the Parijata tree, followed by a group of beautiful apsaras that went to Devaloka. But what made both gods and demons catch their breath in awe and wonder was the emergence of goddess Lakshmi. Her splendor and brilliance filled the whole of earth. There she stood in all her shining glory, beautiful and ever pure, with a garland of flowers in her hand. One of the Devas said,
Mother Lakshmi, please come and stay with us in the heavens. Okay, if I have to stay in the heavens, I would like to stay being the wife of Sri Vishnu.
Then Mother Lakshmi went up to Sri Hari and placed the garland around his neck. She accepted him as her husband, and Lord Vishnu placed her in his heart. Since then, Mother Lakshmi became the goddess of prosperity and the fortune among Devas. After Mother Lakshmi, there arose from the churning a lotus-eyed beauty called Varuni, who was the goddess of all intoxicating drinks. She was taken by the asuras. On and on the churning continued, till at last from the ocean came up a magnificent youth, Dhanvantari, who was an Amsha of Lord Vishnu. He carried in his hands a jar of Amrita, the much-awaited nectar. When the Asuras saw this, they were filled with greed. They snatched the jar from the hands of Dhanvantari and even started fighting among themselves for the Amrita.
I should get it first. No, not you. I shall take it first. Who are you to take it first? I should be the one to get it first.
The Asuras hence squabbled and quarreled among themselves. The weaker Asuras became jealous and thought that this was not right. The Devas have helped them to get the Amrita, and they should get a share of it too. In the middle of all this confusion, the gentle Devas appealed to Sri Vishnu for help. Lord Vishnu at once took the form of a most beautiful and enchanting young girl called Mohini. She was so lovely that at once all the Asuras fell in love with her. They gave her the pot of Amrita and asked her to distribute it to whomever she pleased. She looked at them sweetly, fluttered her eyelashes, and said,
But are you sure you can trust me? I'm your woman? Yes, you please distribute it. But you will have to put up with anything I do, whether right or wrong. Yes, please do. Okay, so first, all of you have to go and clean up yourselves before you can get the Amrita. Okay, sure.
When the Amrita had been wholly spent, Lord Vishnu assumed his form. The Daityas suddenly woke up from the spell of Maya cast by Mohini and were furious when they learned how they had been cheated. They launched a terrible war against the Devas, but the Devas were immortal with Sri Vishnu on their side. So how could they possibly lose? The Asuras suffered a miserable defeat due to their lower tendencies of greed, lust, and anger. This, in short, was the depiction of the episode of the churning of the Milky Ocean. The kids will now explain the hidden symbolism of Kshirosagar Manthan that they have learned during their Balavihar classes.
This episode from the Puranas is not just a mythical story. There are hidden symbolisms and great spiritual lessons. Like many other Puranic stories, Kshirosagar Manthan has a deep symbolism. Symbolically, it represents the spiritual endeavor of human beings to gain liberation through yogic practices such as concentration, withdrawal of the senses, self-control, detachment, austerities, and renunciation. The Milky Ocean symbolizes our mind. The Devas and the Asuras symbolize our thoughts. The Devas symbolize positive thoughts, and the Asuras symbolize negative thoughts. Both Devas and Asuras are working for the same goal, Amritam,
which symbolizes happiness. Vasuki, the rope, represents our committed spirit to the goal of being happy.
Churning represents our thoughts going back and forth. Spirituality or self-transformation is a churning process which requires the integration of both positive and negative aspects of the human personality.
The hala hala represents all the negativity that surfaces in your consciousness when you begin spiritual practice. It represents evil thoughts, negative feelings, and emotions such as anger, pride, doubt, delusion, or despair.
Among the objects that emerged during the churning, the most magnificent one was Goddess Lakshmi. She symbolizes wealth. She was gifted to Lord Vishnu. This act of gifting Goddess Lakshmi to Lord Vishnu symbolizes the attitude of living a selfless life, dedicating our actions and possessions to God.
Mohini symbolizes the power of Maya who deludes us from pursuing liberation. Because of their evil qualities, the Asuras easily fell under the spell of Maya and lost their chance to become immortal. The gods were intent upon securing immortality. Hence, they remained focused on it and kept themselves free from the spell.
Human life is precious because only humans can practice spirituality and attain liberation by using their intelligence. Therefore, we should not throw away the precious opportunity by pursuing selfish desires under the spell of Maya. We should cultivate divine qualities like the Devas and work for liberation without becoming deluded or distracted like the Asuras. This, in brief, is the symbolism hidden in the story of Kshira Sagarbuffalo.
Thank you all for being here.
Hari Om. That is our Balai Heart Cinnamaya Mission. Give them a big hand.